Hello and how are you? Welcome back to Pauline Wahome Diaries. If you're new here, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much and your support is not taken for granted. On this platform, we discuss issues that affect the way we relate within our families. And in today's episode, we shall be discussing the family terrorist. I'm using the word terrorist loosely because that is not the actual meaning of the word terrorist. But this is a person who has made life of the other family members miserable. These are people who dropped out of school and they decided they not go on with school. These are people who went through education. They got jobs, but they cannot retain their jobs. These are people who got married and could not keep their marriages, and they all decided to go back home, and they're living there with parents. These people do not have much that they're doing. They're just whiling their time at home. They're living with their parents, living off whatever their parents are making. Their parents could be hustling and trying to make money, and that is what they're expecting to live on. They're also expecting to live on whatever their siblings or other relatives are making, and all they do is to keep borrowing and asking for money. Nipatie pesa nataka kununua hii, nipatie pesa nataka kufanya hii, nipatie pesa. And eventually, even the siblings and other family members who are giving them money get so tired of them and they no longer want to keep giving them any financial assistance. When this goes on, these people still have needs. Most of them are drunkards. Most of them are abusing drugs. They have so many other financial needs that they want to meet, but they do not want to work. They do not want to do anything. They just want to live there, ask for money. Kazi yao ni kuomba tu. Munanichukia. Hata nikiambia mtu anipe pesa hawezi nipea. Munanichukia sana. Hata nikisema nisaidiwe siwezi saidiwa. But not because these people cannot work, but they simply feel they do not want to do any work. What happens when they don't have money to go out and drink, to go out and buy their drugs that they are abusing? They become petty thieves at home. They start with the electronics. TV imeenda, imedisappear. Radio imeenda, imedisappear. They go on like that. They move from electronics, they go again to utensils. They move from utensils, they go to farm inputs. They move from farm inputs and steal everything. They have burdened their parents, especially the mothers. You will go home and find a mother with a bunch of keys on their necks, and you will not understand whatever is happening. Akona funguo ya store, akona funguo ya nyumba, akona funguo ya kitchen, akona funguo ya kila mahali, because they cannot afford to put those keys down. The minute they put the keys down or leave any house or the store open, things will just disappear. And this is not a stranger. This is a family member who has decided that is his way, his or her way of life. That kazi yake tu ni kukaa tu, akiangalia akitime ni nini imeachwa nje. Anything they come across, they will steal it, go and sell it wherever they sell it, just to go and make sure that they wamekunywa pombe, wamevuta bangi, wako na pesa ya kununua all those things that they need to abuse. They feel they want to abuse. And every other time the parents are on the lookout. Mzazi amegonjeka, ameshikwa na pressure. All they do is think about this child. They go to church and all of a sudden they remember. Even when the service is going on, mzazi anakumbuka si kuweka jembe kwa store. And all of a sudden, whatever they are going through is disrupted because they are sure that by the time they are going back home, hiyo kitu haitapatikana. This parent is always haezi lala. They are always listening. Huyu anaingia saa ngapi? Because after they come back and maybe they find hawajaekewa chakula, they will start hurling all sorts of insults to the parents. Wazazi wamekuwa na uoga, wanakaanga, wanakuogopa. They actually do not know the next step that you're going to take. Unawatukana. Others even go to an extent of physically abusing their parents. Wazazi wanaenda every other time, mzazi wako anaenda hospitali, akona pressure, even amejulikana mpaka hospitali. They know this parent is coming this week and the next week atarudi tena. Huyu amekuwa discharged but we know she's coming back here. Pressure imeenda juu all this time, ni sababu yako. Because every time unamtukana, umemwibia, you're doing all sorts of harassments on this parent. It is the high time that we look within ourselves and see how we can bring this to an end. And every other time this person is arrested, because they also steal from neighbors, and these people are arrested, their friends, then their cohorts go to the police station and ensure that they are released. And that's when hell breaks loose. Sababu mzazi hezi lala. Ulikuwa umenipeleka cell. Ulikuwa unafikiria sitaitoka hapa. And they bring all sorts of harassments at home. Neighbors wamekujua. Everybody in the society amekujua. Nobody wants to be associated with you. Kila mtu anakuchukia. Your father no longer talks. He's so afraid of you. Anakuona, anajificha. Anakaa kwa nyumba ni kama hata hayuko. Amekuwa so timid, yani haezi hata ongea, haezi toka mahali, sababu you have even made your parents to be hated by other village mates, because wanasemanga huyu ndiye mama ya yule mwizi, huyu ndiye ameshindwa na mtoto wake. But what will your mother do to you? A 40-year-old, will your mother hold you and beat you? What is the most he or she can do to you? The most is that will take you to cell, but your friends will come and have you released. If you cannot keep your parents in peace, if you are happy to see your mother or father go to hospital every other time, pressure imepanda, and it's only because of you, you need to look within yourself and know all you're looking for is a curse. If you cannot stay at peace with your parents, if you cannot stay at peace with their siblings or your relatives, if you cannot stay at peace with your neighbors, you can as well pack and go somewhere, go far away. No one is going to come and look for you. Just let people live in peace, and especially so your parents. Stop making your parents' life miserable. Just leave home, man up, woman up, leave home, go and live elsewhere independently. These people are almost in every family, and it is the high time we came up with ways of protecting our parents who are suffering under the harassment of these terrorists. We join hands with our siblings, we join hands as the society. Don't assume huyo ni mtoto wake, wacha ngangane na yeye. The harassment is real. Don't always say that kama ni mtoto wake hatuwezi ingilia. Hiyo ni mambo ya nyumbani. Hiyo si mambo ya nyumbani. This is an individual who has decided to wreak havoc on their parents. The local authority, everyone to join hands and see, can this person be helped? There are those who have been in drugs and in alcohol who would like to go for rehabilitation, or who can be taken to rehabilitation and come out as better people. There are those radicals who have decided that they can never change, and they are not willing to change. They are not willing to get any help or any support. And maybe you can see how can we separate these people from the parents or from the village where they are harassing other people. As we conclude, it is also the high time that the young generation also get hold of themselves and take responsibility of their lives. If you drop out of school, if you cannot retain a job, if you cannot stay in a marriage, it is up to you to do your soul searching and see, after this, what do I plan to do? What is the next step of my life? And we also, as adults or as parents, we should also be able to watch and try to guide our children so that they do not end up being a burden to us. I hope that you and I have learned something, and we'll continue learning from each other as we try to fix our families. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have not subscribed, kindly consider doing so. My name is Pauline Ohome. Thank you so much, and see you next week.